So good morning, very good morning and welcome. I hope that all of you must have studied, revised whatever we have discussed in the last class. My friends, we were discussing about the endogenetic disturbances in which in the last session we have done earthquake, then the volcano. Today I will conclude the volcano part, then we will go for weathering and erosion, whatever is there as per our planner. First, the most important thing in fact in the endogenetic phenomena is volcanic eruption. I told you about the types of volcano. Now, what are the landform associated with the volcano? Volcanic landforms. Okay. So, let us look at this. So, today's topic is about, first I will go for volcanic landforms. Volcanic landforms. So, there are two things during a volcanic eruption, two things happens. One, the deposition of lava or the magma. Because of the deposition of the lava or magma, the relief features here is known as positive relief features, okay, or positive landform. And because of explosion, if you have a huge valley formation or a mouth of the volcano is formed, depression, huge depressed land you will have, these are called as negative landforms. So, please note down, volcanic landforms can be a negative relief features or it can have a positive relief features. Note down here, volcanic eruption, volcanic landform and relief karo. Relief features, please add this point, volcanic landforms and relief features. Okay. So, volcanic eruption generally develops two types of relief features. Two types of relief features. Volcanic landform generally develop two types of relief features. What are those? A, positive relief features. Positive relief in which, what is there? In the positive relief, depositional one, this is mostly depositional relief, due to the deposition of magma or lava on the earth's surface. Okay. I said there are two types of relief we have because of the volcanic eruption. One, positive relief, which is due to the deposition of the magma or the lava on the earth surface. So, deposition of lava leads to, maybe you will have like one thing like you have your number one, dome or cone mountain, cone shaped volcanic mountain, cone shaped volcanic mountain, this will form. It can have a lava plateau also. Lava plateau it can form. It can form a lava plateau, okay. Lava plateau, lava dome, lava cone, I told you. It can develop even hornitos, Hornitos, hornitos. Hornitos are there very small. Hornitos, what are these? Very small lava flow. very small lava flow regions, Hornitos, वेरी स्मॉल, छोटे छोटे लावा फ्लो हुआ, बंद हो जाएगा वहाँ पे, ए रिवर ऑफ लावा सॉलिडिफाइड एलंगेटेड होकर रहेगा, छोटे छोटे होते हैं, हर्निटोज होगा. इट कैन डेवलप कोन और इट कैन डेवलप प्लेट्यू, इवन डोम, कोन, प्लेट्यू, लावा प्लेट्यू, हर्निटोज. Okay, they can develop volcanic plateau, as I said. Even sealed volcano, it can develop a mountain or plateau, or you have a hornitos, very small lava flow regions. Unique होता है, from its surrounding area it is completely unique. This is completely unique from the surrounding area. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. These are positive relief. What about the negative relief? Second type is negative relief. Negative relief. Positive and negative relief, you will get negative relief. In case of negative relief, what you will get? Because of volcanic eruption, if this volcanic eruption is there, we have a crater here. This is a caldera. If this is like, as I said, earlier I did said about this in the last class, but let me draw this, how it will form, because or else you may have some problem. Let me give you the diagram here. You have, this is as a lava accumulation and formation of a mountain here, volcanic mountain, and this is the magma chamber here. Now magmatic eruption is there. When it dries out, you have a mouth like this. This is called as a crater. Fine. Crater formation is there, this negative, this negative relief, crater होते हैं. And the most important one, due to continuous eruption, ये तो crater हो गया. Let us see now how it is like. This is the crater, fine. This type of crater got developed here, as I have just mentioned, fine. And you have eruption here of magma. Magma chamber is this. This is the magma chamber. This is the magma chamber. Crater is there, no doubt, but sometimes whatever this crater, this volcanic eruption is going on, but due to, if it is acidic type of volcano, here it will get blocking of this, and the entire region may get completely eroded and blasted up, and you will have only this much of, a huge, because of explosion, a huge explosion, this got exploded completely, and a huge such type of one, depressed valley like it will develop. This is called as what? Caldera. What is this? Caldera. Because of explosion, it got exploded, everything got exploded. Okay? Negative. Acha, oh sorry, point B it is. It is point B, please. Thank you. Point B, second one. Only two types I said, A and B. Two types. A, I told you, positive relief. Due to this positive relief, whatever you got, you say, I said, dome or cone shaped volcanic lava plateau, hornitos. In the point B, thank you, point B here, B point it is, please write down here, not C, B it is, negative relief, which is like, magma chamber, and as I said, you have magma chamber, You have a crater here, magma chamber से क्या होगा, ये volcanic eruption and crater. Then you have explosion of this leads to caldera. Huge caldera may develop finally. Huge caldera may develop. Caldera. Sometimes what happen, not only this much. आपको बताऊं, sometimes what happen, not only this, ये ऐसे होता है देखो. This is caldera. Again I'll tell you such type of caldera how it develop also. Very interesting. When the explosion is very, intense explosion is there, sometimes even great depression like this also formed. Okay. This type of depression also formed. Everything got blasted off like. This is caldera. Super caldera you will have like this. These type of features are associated with, if you will see this, this is very, very interesting to note that this type of caldera formation also associated with different regions. ये जो caldera formation है, it is also related with different regions here. Caldera formation ये आपको अफ्रीका में, in some regions of Africa you will find out this negative relief, crater, caldera, huge super caldera. This is also a caldera, it is also caldera. Due to huge explosion maybe, a relief का जो है ना सब कुछ उड़ जाएगा, everything will thrown up. This is also a caldera. Sometimes we called, does acidic volcano leads to caldera? Yes, of course, definitely. What are the reason for force behind the drifting of the continents? अरे यार, come on, you are asking now. At the end I'll answer. Okay, आपका आंसर बाद में करेंगे. Is it the point B? Yes, point B है ये. Caldera it is. Caldera here also. Both are caldera here. Okay. Now what else you will get? Negative में. Another point is known as lava tunnel. What is that? Let me tell you. We will also get the lava tunnel. क्या बोला मैं? Lava tunnel. So two things we got here. One, in the earlier case, number one is crater, है ना? Number one is crater here. Number two is caldera. Crater and caldera ये दोनों मिलेंगे आपको landforms में. Crater and caldera, two landforms मिलेंगे. Here this is also the caldera. This is also the second one only. ये भी caldera है. Caldera. Both cases there is caldera. Now third one, what is there? Let us see. Third one is lava tunnel. तीसरा है ये lava tunnel. B की 3 है ये lava tunnel. Lava tunnel. Okay. Someone is asking for slide after the class. I have saved everything till date. If possible, we'll send it to you. Okay. But the thing is, there are different format. So that is the case. Sometimes it is not opening. But I'll definitely coordinate. Okay. Now look at here. Lava tunnel क्या होता है? When a volcanic eruption takes place. Here let us say volcano is there, and this regions you have volcanic eruption is there. Because of volcanic eruption, ये lava comes here. Now lava flow in a particular regions. It erode because in case of if it is lava tunnel are very interesting negative features here. Like a river valley it will form. Lava tunnel. Lava tunnels. More mobile lava of basic composition. Okay. क्या होता है ये जब when this lava it move very quickly. किस टाइप का? basaltic lava. While they move very quickly, the basaltic lava while they move very quickly, जब ये जल्दी जाएगी यहाँ पे basaltic lava while they move quickly, what happened here? They carved like the water flow, you know, the magma, the lava flow quickly. Upper part will get solidified, jaldi ho jayega. But inside, flow of lava is still there, under. Okay, gradually they got solidified. It takes time. This temporary feature is called as lava tunnel. ऊपर जो है ना solidified जल्दी होगा, अंदर ही अंदर चलता रहेगा lava का flow. This is lava tunnel. You got it now? What I said? Lava tunnel are, these are features developed due to the flow of basaltic lava, very hot basaltic, very hot molten basaltic lava, hot molten basaltic lava. Okay, this lava, in this case what happened, while the magma flow, magma while it is flowing, magma flow, what happened here, upper part got solidified, but inside there is flow of lava, magma. Okay, there is flow of this. So this is lava tunnel. Clear? Eh? These are some of the features you will get. Okay. Sometimes what happen, different forms of igneous rocks also you will get while a volcanic eruption takes place. Okay. So that is different forms of igneous landforms develops due to the deposition of lava or magma. Okay. Mostly these are intrusive one. Mostly they are intrusive one. अंदर ही ये डिपोजिट में रहता है. कैसे है देखते हैं अभी. Let us say this is the magma chamber. Okay. From the magma chamber, this is coming. This lava is coming from the magma chamber. Let us assume this is the magma chamber here. Okay. After the formation of calderas, can we expect the active volcanic explosion? Yes, there are a lot of cases of this. Lot of cases. Look at here how the deposit is there in this case. Okay, this is here is, I can say, magma chamber. Magma chamber is here, and the magma is going in this way from the magma chamber. Okay. Now, on this, you know what happened. Sometimes there are rocks, as we know, see here, inside layer by layer formation of this takes place. Layer by layer formation of this takes place. I got some question, let me, which is related one, so let me take this. One question I got, that can you give some super calderas examples? Arizona, in Arizona you have, Arizona in USA, you have such super caldera. Again, another question related with this, it is there. In the lava tunnel type of volcano, will the top condensed and the solidified area be called batholith? No. Batholith is inside, solidification is there. But it is batholithic like forms here, okay, because there is homogeneity in terms of rock strata, so it is not a batholith here. Should not the lava tunnel form in all types of volcanoes, some or the other time? See, all type of volcano no, it is only in case of the basaltic lava volcano, ठीक है, जहाँ पे प्लेट्यू बनता है वहाँ पे होते हैं mostly. And batholiths are those, see that on the surface, surface पे नहीं आया तो ये batholith है. If it is not above the, it is inside, you know, it is inside here. This is a batholith here. ये inside रहेगा तो ये batholith है. If it is inside, ये रह गया तो it is batholith. Here you can say it is as a batholith one. Here it is a batholith. ये batholith है. ये है आपका batholith. जो inside पे जो solidified होता है ये इसको बोलते हैं batholith. Batholith can be inside here. Hypabasal भी कहा जाता है इसको, batholith hypabasals. चलिए ठीक है, fine. You have this type of phenomena where while the magma is coming, magma तो आ गया ये बाहर, पूरे बाहर अगर आ गया, if it is outside, okay, it came outside finally, so it is, here is magmatic eruption, but inside there is possibility of this type of solidification. ये तो हो गया आपका cone of the lava, lava cone है ये, is the cone of the lava, lava cone होगा. But what exactly is this particular type of landform? Landforms पे आपको पता है vertically if it is there, this is known as the dike, these are the seal, क्या कहेंगे इसको, seal. But here is a, this is a cone of the volcano, here it is, and this is a, ये हो गया आपका dike, and this is also a, क्या होगा ये, dyke, dike. Dike and seal, two things here, dike and seal, both are located in that case. Dike and seal, these are here, okay. Now, what else? You can have in this way, saucer shaped depression, and we have like bowl shape, this is known as the lopolith. Lopolith also can be developed, LOPOLITH, लोपोलिथ. अगर ऐसे कोई डिप्रेशन होता है और ये बनते हैं, ये हो गया आपका, क्या बोला मैंने इसको, लोपोलिथ, LOPOLITH, SAUCER, saucer shaped डिप्रेशन एंड फॉर्म. अंदर ही अंदर ये saucer shaped में अगर डिप्रेशन हुआ, इसको लोपोलिथ, क्या कहेंगे उसको, लोपोलिथ, these are लोपोलिथ, SAUCER, saucer shaped. इंट्रूसिव रॉक की एक फॉर्म है बैथोलिथ, बैथोलिथ इज इंट्रूसिव फॉर्म, ओके, दिस इज लोपोलिथ. समटाइम्स यू हैव लाइक लेंस शेप्ड मटेरियल्स ऑल्सो विल हैव, लेंस, देख रहे हैं आप, चश्मा जैसा लग रहा है ना, लेंस शेप्ड में. दीज आर लाइक द लेंस शेप्ड, एंटीक्लाइन एंड सिंक्लाइन में होगा लेंस शेप, दे आर नोन एज फेकोलिथ. क्या बोलते हैं उसको, फेकोलिथ, PHACO, फेकोलिथ, फेकोलिथ्स. फेकोलिथ इज develops in the anticline and syncline forms develops in the anticline and syncline forms. Anticline and synclinal form में ये generally develop होते हैं. Anticline and synclinal form. They are called as what? Phacolith. PHACO. Phacolith are there, anticline and syncline form. Okay. Now, blister type, smaller also blister type development is also there. They cannot come out completely like a blister. यहाँ पे अगर एक और हुआ and here like a mound type development is there. Okay, smaller intrusion like a blister or जैसे this type of development. एक छोटा सा एक intrusion रहेगा and in conical shape mostly from the lava itself it cannot come out. These are also there, rock features which will found. This type of rock features also will found inside this known as laccolith. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? LACOLITH. This is known as laccolith. Laccolith. These are blister type, small intrusion. Phacolith is lens type. So different type of intrusive rocks you are having. First you draw this, I'll then explain. Okay. Is it visible now? Batholith can be anywhere. It is inside the inside the volcanic dome, or it is inside the crust also. Anywhere it can be. Batholith जो होता है ना, batholith is a form. It can be anywhere. Okay. Batholitic form अगर यहाँ भी हो सकते हैं. देखो आप ठीक से. It can be inside also. Batholith का जो form है, ये जो मैंने यहाँ पे क्यों दिखाया इसे? आप I mean you haven't studied the J.C. Leung. It shows. My dear, please see that. Here also you can have. और batholith can be from यहाँ पे भी आके ना एक बड़ा सा एक बन जाएगा. ये भी batholith हो सकते हैं. A huge depression if it is there, like ये भी batholith हो सकते हैं. You can have like ये भी batholith हो सकते हैं. This can be also batholith. Let us say इतना हो गया. चलो ठीक है. This is also batholith. This is also batholith. ये बाद में ये inside it is there, that can be also batholith. Both the cases batholith. लावा टनल जैसा बन के भी तो बन सकता है batholith, मगर it should be inside. Okay, this is also, this is called as the batholith here. This is the batholith. This is batholith. So we have, is it visible now? First you prepare, I'll slide it again. मैं इसको थोड़ा छोटा भी कर सकता हूँ ना, इतना तो हो सकता है. Is it okay? Is it okay? Can you see this? Please draw this diagram. Kindly draw this diagram. Can you draw this diagram, please? Draw this first. Batholith is also an intrusive rock. Magma chamber is the molten one here. Here is solidified one. जहाँ सॉलिडिफाइड हुआ यहीं पे ठीक रहेगा। ओके, यू नीड टू मेमोराइज दिस नेम। फैकोलिथ देखा आपने, लेंस शेप्ड, vertically like this is here is dike, horizontally shield, you have like, देखो यहाँ पे anticline syncline like this, lens shaped is phacolith, small blister like lecolith, and देखो यहाँ पे saucer shaped, saucer SAUCR, saucer shaped like this, lopolith, seal is direct, I said horizontal. Okay, please do it first, kindly do it first. Done. Now is it okay? Lopolith, saucer shaped, batholith here, seal, dike, we have the cone here. Locolith is this side. Now you can see this develops in the anticline and syncline, I said phacolith. Now it is clear, I think. Done. हुआ कि नहीं बताओ. If it is completed, I will go move on to the next. I hope it is done. डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन लेकोलिथ एंड बैथोलिथ. देखो ये you see the difference here. Lecolith is mentioned as large blister in shape. Yes, it is large blister in shape. Lecolith inside. Batholith are very huge. ये छोटा रहता है, 180 to 100 किलोमीटर होगा, तो ये hundreds of kilometer, more than 500-400 किलोमीटर एरिया रहता है ये, एंड डीपर इनसाइड ये जस्ट लाइक ए स्मॉल ब्लिस्टर लाइक दिस इज वेरी वन. प्लूटोनिक रॉक मीन ऑल दोज रॉक व्हिच आर इनसाइड. दो इंट्रूसिव रॉक है ना, वो प्लूटोनिक में कहते हैं. प्लूटोनिक रॉक वही आते हैं, दे आर कॉल्ड एज द प्लूटोनिक रॉक्स. प्लूटोनिक इनसाइड. लिथ वर्ड इज बिसाइड लोपोलिथ, फैकोलिथ, लेकोलिथ आर दीज ऑल्सो टाइप ऑफ रॉक. Lithific मतलब lith mean again, remember one thing, because of the different layers between two successive volcanic eruption, trapping of this or due to a weak rock zone, maybe they are intruded inside and they got deposited. So जितने भी lith है ये, it is because of intrusion and formation or solidification of the rock. That's why it is lith, lopolith, phocolith, batholith, like this. Okay, is it clear? Okay, thank you. So you said clear. So these are certain things about the volcanic landform. Believe me, these are one of the very very important theme in the for the preliminary exam. Okay, so these are here some of the important thing for the preliminary exam. We will look at this, but finally when a glacier finally dies out, there are different features also. You have very interestingly, while a glacier dies out, when a glacier dies out, we have different landform features also it develop. So let us look at what are the features associated with the glacier while it dies out. ग्लेशियर का खत्म होने से पहले क्या क्या ऐसे फीचर्स होते हैं, आई विल कम टू दैट वन. सो अनदर थिंग्स हियर, volcanic features at the last stage or fragment of eruption. Before the death of a volcano, you know, before the complete ceasing of volcanic eruption, the volcano emits different gases. As some of you have pointed out, like sir, what are the gases it usually emits? क्या gas ऐसे emit करता है? Let me tell you different type of gases it emits. Sometimes this particular the vent through which in fact volcanic gases they got emits known as fumaroles. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Fumaroles, fumes from the volcano. We have only gases which is comes out. White gases will come out from this volcano. These are known as fumerols, fumaroles, volcanic gases, fumes only. While it ceases the volcanic eruption subsequently, before that mostly they are associated with this type of activities. Okay, fumaroles. These fumaroles are of different kinds, of course. One, I said the fumaroles, if it is only fumes, it is coming, fumaroles are there. But you know, sometimes sulfur vapor are also they release. Okay, sulfur vapor, sulfur taras. What is that? SALFATARAS. If it is sulfur gases, here is release of sulfur gases. It is sulfur taras. If there is sulfur gases, then sulfur taras. Okay, and very interestingly, sometimes carbon dioxide also it emits. Carbon dioxide also it emits carbon dioxide known as MOFETs. Carbon dioxide emission known as MOFFETs. MOFETs. Emission of carbon dioxide, it is called as MOFETs. Carbon dioxide अगर है MOFETs कहेंगे. If there is emission of carbon dioxide, it is called as MOFETs. Boric acid also it usually emits. Boric acids. Boric acid. Saphoni. SAFFONI. Saphoni. Three things I am saying. You have carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. You have MOFETs. What is that? If the release of carbon dioxide is called as MOFETs. If there is fumes only, it is called as fumaroles. Any fumes it is. If boric acid and gases from Saphoni. If sulfur gases, sulfur taras. Different names for these fumaroles here you have. Okay, different rules for fumaroles here. You will not get any question in the mains regarding the landform. In the mains of optional you may get, but here you will definitely the question will be about from the preliminary exam. You know, for prelim it is very important. ये सब prelim के लिए बहुत important है, mains के लिए इतना important नहीं है. For the mains relating the question with the distribution of volcanic belt, earthquake belt, etc. you will get. So, I will give you questions on that, right. So, these are certain things. I hope you got it now. Fine. Let us now move on to the, this is all about this particular volcanic eruption and all. We have like also hot spring, geyser, they are also responsible for this volcanic eruption region, where you have like hot springs are also present, hot spring and geyser. Okay. Hot spring, these are the fissure through which hot water usually escape. You have like hot spring also there. Fissure through which hot water emits, comes out from Earth's interior or from the inside. Okay. From the crust, lower crust, maybe you will have sometimes, coming up the hot spring, hot water spring. These are nothing but hot spring is hot water spring. Okay. Hot spring. These are fissure through which hot water emits or comes out from the earth crust, earth's crust, जो भी है ना, earth lithosphere or the crust comes out. Hot spring ये है, like as you know, so many hot spring we have in West Bengal also. Rajgir in Jharkhand is a good example you can give, but these are not only related to volcanic eruption, radioactive heating of regions or geothermal vent sometimes you will get in some regions also. Example of the hot spring, like as I said, Rajgir in Jharkhand. Some of the important I am saying, you have so many places even in West Bengal also. Rajgir in Jharkhand. You have Puga Valley in Ladakh. They are not here, there is no volcano, but because of geothermal vent, there is radioactive material concentration may leads to formation of this. You have Manikaran is in Himachal Pradesh. Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh. These three places, in fact, Puga Valley and Manikaran, where you have a geothermal energy plant on experimental basis, we started here. Geothermal energy plant is on experimental basis, we started here. Only three I am saying, so many things. There are also hot spring, then also geyser are there. What are geyser? Geyser are like oozing of hot water with steam, known as geyser. Okay. Is it clear? Geyser, G-E-Y-S-E-R. That is oozing of hot water with pressurized steam from the earth's crust or from the crust interior. Oozing of hot water, geyser बोलते हैं इसको, with the because of steam inside, periodically or even continuously, in some cases there is oozing of hot water and steam. This is called as this is called as geyser. Okay. This is the best example here, Ladakh, as I said. There you have Old Faithful Geyser of USA. Yellowstone National Park is also there. Old Faithful Geyser of Yellowstone National Park, USA. Example, Old Faithful Geyser of Yellowstone National Park, USA. You have these. Okay. So these are certain things. There is a question I said, like I got it here, like all here he is saying, why in Ladakh there is geothermal plant despite having too thick continental crust? My friends, here it is because of the radioactive material concentration, nothing else. Temperature is more due to the geothermal energy is more here because of high temperature, because of the radioactive materials. So these are certain things related with the volcano and volcanism. I hope you got it. Let me now take few questions here. Previous year question for practice also you have to do. Okay. So very, very important here to look at this. Question here. A very important question about from this particular volcano and earthquake, composite question they are giving, like about the distribution of the volcano and the earthquake. Okay. Let us see. The distribution of major earthquake and volcanic belts has a greater affinity with the distribution of major earthquake and volcanic belt of the world. Of the world has a greater affinity with the plate boundaries, plate margins. Discuss. Plate margins, discuss. Second question. The distribution of major earthquake and volcanic belts of the world has a greater affinity with the plate margins. Discuss. The distribution of major earthquake and volcanic belts of the world has a greater affinity with the plate margins. Discuss. This is the case, where directly it is saying that major volcanic and the earthquake belts of the world. So here you can see, you need to write what are the factors responsible. Here you need to focus even the factor responsible for the development of earthquake and volcanoes, and with this you have to relate the things and say, like why the major earthquake belt, whether it is Pacific ring of the Circum-Pacific belt or Mid-Atlantic belt or the East African belt, or you have the what you call interplate seismicity wherever is there, as well as the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Mediterranean belt of volcanoes and all. Why they are associated with this particular theme? Why it is related with this? What are the major volcanic belts of the world? If you look at this major volcanic belts of the world, which are the major volcanic belts? Can anyone name it? 3 volcanic belts, shall see. Major volcanic belts of the world are in these regions here. We need to write down here the distribution of major earthquake and volcanic belts of the world. Both volcanic belt and earthquake belt, correlate the things, the zones, and you have to write why it is so, if it is. That is the focus of this question. Second question is about major earthquake and major volcanic regions of the world, especially Pacific Ring of Fire. Pacific Ring of Fire, if you will see, this is here is the Pacific Ring of Fire is greatly associated with what? Pacific Ring of Fire. Most number of active volcanoes are there in these regions. Why it is? Let us find out that one also. This is all these questions either of 15 marks. If it is of your 15 marks, 250 words. Okay, 15 marks. Thank you very much. Circum-Pacific belt, Mid-Atlantic belt, East African belt, 3 major belts of volcanoes, as my friends is saying. So, major volcanic belts. So, there will be a question is Pacific Ring of Fire. Okay. Give a reasoned account on the development of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Give a reasoned account on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Pacific Ring of Fire, and explain the type of volcanism associated with it. Okay. Give a reasoned account on the development of the Pacific Ring of Fire and explain the type of volcanism associated with it in the light of plate tectonics. In the light of concept of plate tectonics or plate tectonics theory कर दो. Plate tectonics theory. It is of 12 marks, 150 words. 12 marks, 150 words. Only about one area I have just given here. Give reasoned account on the development of the Pacific Ring of Fire and explain the type of volcanism associated with it. Whether it is explosive type of volcano or silent type of volcano. Whether it will form dome or cone type of volcano. Okay. What type of eruption? Acidic lava or basaltic lava? If it is, then how? So, you have to divergence, convergence, both we need to see. You need to explain on this. Okay. This can be a question given. Only on Pacific Ring of Fire I have given. Question can be related with the entire zones, you know, all the zones. Question can be asked on that one also. So, be prepared for this. There was a question earlier about the plate margins and different earthquake, volcanic and mountain, fold mountain belts of the world. They have already asked. Give a reasoned account on the development of the Pacific Ring of Fire and explain the types of volcanism associated with it in the light of plate tectonics theory. So this type of question, will you be able to give answer on this one? इसको लिख पाएंगे क्या? Second question, first you will be able to do it easily. Second, will you be able to do this? Yes or no? होगा? You write the answer and upload it. Okay? ये आंसर लिख के आप अपलोड करिए. We'll see what is the problem and what's going on in this. How is your preparation? I'll get to know about that also. Okay? Is it okay? So our topic here, volcanic forms. I hope you got it. Any question you want to ask on this, or else I'll go for weathering, erosion, concept of base level and the landform development. Yes, any question? Fine. I'll now move on to the next topic now. Next topic. This is very easy and very simple things, whatever is there. In the questions from the UPSC, if you look at, you want to repetition of geyser portion. Geyser, what are these geyser? I have already said, oozing of the hot water with pressurized steam from the earth crust. So क्या होता है यहाँ पे गीजर में? If this is here is a geyser, this will have like pressurized. This is like steam and hot water. They throw out from this one source. Maybe in a periodic form or what? This is there. Steam as well as hot water thrown up to a greater height even there. Okay. So in this case, as I said, why it happened? Because if you have inside steam is there, because of geothermal gradient or whatever is there, no, temperature is more, steam you will have. So groundwater you have steam also. The steam and the water, because of trapping of this entire regions, will have like a trapping of this steam and hot water. Because of sudden release in the pressure, it move up because of high pressure, and subsequently after when it got stabilized, it stop again. This type of things are there. Geyser is nothing but pressurized, release of pressurized gases with hot water. What comes under the geophysical features of an area supposed circum-Pacific region? Geophysical, you see that lot of things are there. Geophysical portion is not yet completed. We have lot of things on this. Okay. Geophysical aspect, we have a lot of things again. We haven't done the tsunami part, or a lot of things, landslides, so many things are there. We need to look at. Completion will be later on. May I write on the type of volcanism by BGS? Why not? You can. But try writing the answer as per the NCERT, whatever is given, you must give that. Based on this you give. Okay, don't go beyond this. How to write? Which point must mention? Lopolith is a small version of batholith. Yes, why not? You can see that. How to write? Which point must mention? My friends, there will be hesitation in the writing at the beginning, no doubt, for everyone. Hesitation is there, and specifically my engineers friends, they are more hesitant than the other people I have seen. But engineers, they are doing also the best result they are giving. If you look at in UPSC also. Why? एक बार जो start कर दिया मतलब परेशानी नहीं होने का है ना? You must give your best. I request you all, start writing, read the question thrice, 4 times, 5 times. For example, this is here, give a reasoned account. Region account mean what? You have to explain why. Region account, why? Account on the development of Pacific Ring of Fire. If the Pacific Ring of Fire mean around 80%, 65% of all active volcanoes are mostly associated with this region only. There are 4 regions of volcanic belts in the world. One is Pacific margin. Second one is Pacific margin, because one part of the Pacific Ocean we have convergence, another part we have divergence, earlier which we have done. Okay. So Pacific Ocean have, for both divergence and convergence, we have volcanic eruption, okay, that you know. So in the Pacific Ocean, we need to look at the plate tectonics concept and find out why it is, because the plate, oceanic plate going down in one part, like specifically in case of your South American part, that's why there is what type of volcanic eruption we will have? Because of this, देखो यहाँ पे, let me note it down here. See here, look at, as you asked me, so let me answer this question. Question is about how to write this answer. कुछ काम आप भी करो ना यार. Some work you people also must do. You prepare the list of recent volcanic activities. If you will involve, you will feel happy also. Prepare a list of all volcanoes, volcanic eruption which you had in the last 1 year. This is what is this? North America and South America. This side you have, sorry, North and South America here, and this side you have the okay. In the Pacific Ocean, Pacific plate, you know, this is the Pacific plate what you have already seen. This is, here is the plate here. Pacific plate is like this. This is the Pacific plate, isn't it? Pacific plate. And here it is doing like this is Nazca plate. Nazca plate. Pacific plate and Nazca plate. Dome volcanoes are always basaltic. Dome volcanoes are always basaltic in nature. You see, this side the plate here is going in this way. This side the plate is going in this way. Here you have like this. Here you have divergence. You can see that. This is, here is one plate is subducted below another. Here it is divergence, and in this case we have convergence also there. Here you have convergence also. So convergence, divergence, like this it is here. So there is tearing of this. So यहाँ पे क्या है? Here you have volcanic eruption. What type of volcanic eruption you will have here? Here you have what type of volcano? Because of this, यहाँ पे from inside you have to get divergence, you have volcanic eruption. Here you have volcanic eruption due to ये basaltic होगा, basaltic. But एक क्या हुआ है, you can see the Kg meter whatever is given, like if you have a continental block is going below, you have oceanic block. So first क्या होगा, the oceanic plate will move down, melting of this takes place. So melting से क्या, basaltic material, it will come up. But this continental plate is a thick sialic, silica rich है, and this particular part you will have like again this is continent will melt, continental plate will melt, and you can have the acidic one. So depends करता है कैसे है. I told you earlier even convergence leads to what type of convergence is there. If oceanic convergence, only basaltic. If continental oceanic convergence, there is possibility of acidic as well as basaltic in a phase wise manner. वो रहेगा ये. You can see that this you have to show. You have active volcano, where it is there, you have to like you have to indicate this and find out causes behind this. Somewhere it is divergence, somewhere it is convergence. ये convergence है, इधर convergence है, ये यहाँ पे ऐसे जा रहा है. Here this is like this, sorry, this is here is like this, and this is here is like this. So ये क्या है, San Andreas fault, a smaller part only, it is like this. There are also stress and strain in between, and there are a lot of area where you have strain and splitting of this. ये split कर रहा है. This plate, Pacific plate is gradually splitting. Try doing this. थोड़ा एक बार try करिए or give the answer in the portal. I'll see. I'll just check it out and I'll let you know about this. If something is given even in the material whatever is there, it's like देखो यहाँ पे if here is a oceanic crust, this is here is continental crust. ये दोनों जब जाएंगे, ये continental plate, oceanic plate, while oceanic plate goes inside, ये melt करेगा. Melt करके क्या है ये? These are mostly made up of basaltic material. So it will have like basalt rich materials will have. So the magma will be what type of magma? Acidic magma or what type of magma? Tell me. Basalt rich in iron and magnesium but poor in silica. It is poor in silica. This will be there, but while it melts away, so it will have like basic lava. Basalt melt करके क्या होगा, basic lava. But when it melts away, यहाँ पे जब this continental plate also gradually melt. Continental plate while it melts, it will have silica rich material, acidic lava. So successively you will have two things. आप ये please remember this. Let me draw. This is a continental plate and this one is an oceanic plate. Oceanic plate, continental plate. Okay, like this, like this. Now tell me one thing. Oceanic plate में क्या है? Basalt is there. This is here is more silica, rich silica. So here it melts. ये melt हो गया. So lava will be what is? Basaltic lava. Basaltic lava. Right. This will go up here. ये melt होके क्या होगा ये? This lava will be what? This is here. First it is acidic lava. Then you have the after ये जब खत्म हो जाएगा ये lava, then you have basaltic lava. So there are different processes through which we will get. Continental oceanic में पहले acidic lava होगा, फिर basaltic lava होगा, because while this goes up, it melt away everything on its way. ये melting होगा ना, ये इसका melting होगा, तो melt होगा तो mix होंगे पहले basalt और acidic, pH value will be different there, composition will be different, but after some millions of years only basaltic will be there. So it with respect to time, it in fact it changes. Look at this. This is in case of continental plate, oceanic plate. But you have two oceanic plate which is there. आप देखो दो oceanic plate अगर होता है, this is also basaltic, this is also basaltic. So the material which is here, this is basaltic, goes up, basaltic only basaltic will have. Basaltic lava. So it differs, or a part of the continent where you have oceanic floor is also there you have this type. So ये differ करता है, it differs based on what, where it is. मिड ओशियनिक रीज में क्या होगा बताओ अभी, मिड ओशियनिक रीजन व्हाट टाइप, यस डाइवर्जेंस से क्या होंगे, मोस्टली बसाल्टिक ओनली, बसाल्टिक लावा, डाइवर्जेंस विल हैव मोस्टली बसाल्टिक लावा, एसिटिक लावा इज लेस. Okay, fine. So these are certain things about the volcano and volcanism. I hope you got some idea. If not, then you let me know. You can if there is any problem, let me know that. This is very very important to see. हमें एकदम इस पे कोई भी क्वेश्चंस को छोड़ना नहीं है. We have to see these things very carefully. Right? Clear है? Done. So I'll now move on to the next topic here. Okay, let us start a new topic here. It is about, let me tell you one very important thing. अर्थ का जो क्रस्ट है, अर्थ की जो सरफेस है, it is shaped up by two things. Okay, it is formed by two things. We have like mostly forces shaping or forces on the earth crust. Force or forces are of two types. Based on origin, you have two type of forces, you know. What are those? Let me tell you. See, I told you earlier, forces or processes influencing the earth crust, the earth's crust. Forces or processes influencing the earth crust. There are two types. One which is coming from the earth interior and another which is coming from the atmosphere. This is known as the endogenetic forces, and here it is called as the exogenetic forces. I have already explained here that endogenetic forces are from the earth interior and exogenetic forces are from the they generally from the earth's surface itself. Endogenetic forces can be slow moving, diastrophic or catastrophic one. First moving, slow, or it can be sudden. Slow, diastrophic, slow or diastrophic force, sudden or catastrophic. Diastrophic or catastrophic, two type of forces you have. This diastrophic force also of two types, catastrophic also of two types. One is mountain building force, another one is continent building force. Catastrophic on the contrary are, again it can be, as I said, sudden force. They can suddenly what is happening over the earth crust, if you will see, ये सडन फोर्स में आएंगे. देखो आप, ये हो गया माउंटेन बिल्डिंग, कॉन्टिनेंट बिल्डिंग फोर्सेस. It can be upwarping, downwarping, folding, faulting. Sudden forces may be mountain building, it can be mostly like volcanism and earthquake. Here is volcanism, another one is earthquake. Mostly it is volcanism and earthquake. Generally we called it as volcanism, volcanic eruption, and it is the earthquake, sudden में. Now, as I just have mentioned about this, forces or processes influencing the earth's crust or modifying the earth crust. There are two types, I said. Endogenetic forces coming from the inside, exogenetic forces from the earth atmosphere, source of this. Slow or diastrophic and sudden, here catastrophic. Slow can be mountain building or continent building, sudden can be volcanism and earthquake. Now look at here, this mountain building, continent building, here you have folding and faulting, two things is possible. It can have fold mountain or block mountain. Here you can have continent upwarping or down. Okay, so you have volcanism and earthquake, you have sudden and this. So in this case, folding and fold, mountain building mein here two processes, folding is there and faulting is there. Continent building में you have upwarping or here it is downwarping. Different things are there. मतलब folding, faulting, upwarping, downwarping, all these things are there. Folding, faulting, upwarping, downwarping. So whenever you have endogenetic forces and exogenetic forces, both are responsible for shaping the relief features over the earth surface. दोनों को दोनों होता है. Forces influencing the earth crust. अर्थ क्रस्ट के ऊपर रिलीफ फीचर्स होता है, फोल्डिंग की वजह से फोल्ड माउंटेन होगा. ओके, और इरोजन की वजह से क्या होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ इरोजन एंड वेदरिंग, मास वेस्टिंग, वी हैव डिफरेंट थिंग्स. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू अ फ्लो चार्ट हियर जस्ट टू explain the exogenetic forces subsequently. So we have discussed about endogenetic forces. Mountain building, mountain how they form because of plate tectonics. Continent building, continent how it form. Volcanism, earthquake we have done. Folding, faulting, because of compression we have folding, as well as sometimes because of compression we have faulting also. I hope you people must have studied that. Upwarping and downwarping, मतलब क्या है, where the continent will goes down, downwarping. If it will go up, upwarping, it is also possible in this case. Okay. बोथ एंडो एंड एक्सोजेनेटिक फोर्सेस, देखो आप एक्सोजेनेटिक नहीं है क्या, फॉर्मिंग ए बसाल्टिक प्लेटू, व्हाट इज दैट, एंड एंडोजेनेटिक नहीं है, एक्सोजेनेटिक है ना, फॉर्मिंग ए फोल्ड माउंटेन, एक्सोजेनेटिक है, एंडोजेनेटिक इज देयर. So these are like certain things which you need to see. Mountain building can be diastrophic का मतलब slow forces जो होता है, sudden is catastrophic. Mountain building can be due to folding or it can be faulting or it can be volcanic eruption. So volcanism say it can have like different landform like volcanic mountain, volcanic plateau, earthquake, faulting will be there. Continent building, upwarping, downwarping. Upwarping mean the continental part move upward. For an example, now as you know, eustatic and isostatic बोलते हैं ये सब चीज़ों को भी. आप देखो the coast of some part of Sundarban is now submerging. Either rise in the sea level is there or sinking of the entire part. Okay. Global warming, we are talking about global warming, rise in the sea level. If it is rise in the sea level, then you tell me one thing, why Konark in Odisha, Konark Sun Temple, it was built up at the tidal zone, intertidal zone. Now it is 3 kilometer or 4 kilometer away from the coast. Tidal zone से 4 kilometer दूर है. Why it is? So there must be certain things. Tectonic instability is there. Another thing is Gujarat. In Gujarat, one side of Odisha coast it is rising. On the contrary, Gujarat coast, Dwarka is sinking. So this type of upwarping, upward movement of the continent, downward sinking of the continent, these are also there. Continuous process है ये. कहीं पे ऊपर जा रहा है सी लेवल से ऊपर, कहीं पे नीचे जा रहा है. You go to दीघा. दीघा द कोस्ट रीजन जो है आपकी इन वेस्ट बंगाल, दीघा बीच जाओ, क्लेई बीच है, तो कंपैरेटिवली क्ले इज मोर एज कंपेयर टू इफ यू गो टू द पूरी सी बीच. So these are associated with what? These are associated with this type, you know, upward or downward movement. वो जो है, these are here I said this is up, new continent is being formed because of the ocean floor going up. Old continents are going down because of down warping. These are continuous process here. Please tell us how to know about plate movement or plate direction. My friend, every plate has different direction in fact because of convection current from below. Only one plate आप याद रखिए इनमें, इंडो इंडियन और यूरेशियन प्लेट का, एंड अनदर 2 कॉर्नर को याद रखिए इन द पैसिफिक राइट साइड एंड लेफ्ट साइड. इतना ही, डोंट गो फॉर एवरीथिंग. ओके, because we have to clear the exam, for which whatever needed we need to memorize this much. Folding. I hope you got the table here. Now this is here, I have just tried to give you some idea about this, how you got it. Exogenetic forces जो है ना, these are powered by the sun. Okay, here you have in exogenetic forces you have processes. Forces में process होंगे. This is like, you know, they are mostly destructive force होते हैं. It can be the erosion, weathering and erosion, एक्सोजेनेटिक में weathering, erosion, two most important thing I would like to say here, weathering and erosion. In fact, today I will discuss about this particular topic. To discuss this only I tried to give you this diagram. ये है weathering and erosion. These are exogenetic in nature. So the forces which are responsible for crustal deformation or the earth crust, endogenetic and exogenetic forces. Endogenetic forces are originated from earth interior. अर्थ के अंदर से जो है अर्थ इंटीरियर एंडोजेनेटिक फोर्सेस. एक्सोजेनेटिक फोर्सेस फ्रॉम द surface only. Endogenetic forces are very slow or it can be sudden. Slow forces are of 2 types. It can be mountain building or continent building. Mountain building can be due to folding or faulting, and continent building due to upwarping and downwarping. Okay. Now sudden is catastrophic. Here also volcanism can be, it can also develop mountain, plateau or plain, even volcanic earthquake also modify the crust. All these endogenetic forces are powered by what? They are powered by the energy from the earth interior. They get energy from the earth interior. Geothermal energy is the source of energy. Endogenetic के लिए क्या है source? Geothermal energy is the source of the endogenetic forces. But exogenetic forces you have solar energy. Sun is the major source of energy for them. Geothermal source is a major source of energy for endogenetic forces. For exogenetic forces, it is the sun or solar energy which is more important. Solar energy is important for this. I said again, solar energy is more important for this. Okay? ये सोलर एनर्जी ही होगा, ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. Got it? Weathering and erosion are most important thing. Now let me discuss about the exogenetic forces, weathering and erosion. So today's topic, main topic here, we will discuss here now about the weathering and erosion. I hope now it is clear to all of you whatever I want to say. So our topic today, as I just said, today is 14. So weathering and erosion, concept of base level erosion, landform development, that's what we have to do. Weathering. I have already, I think in the rocks data while we will do, we have done these things to some extent on weathering. Weathering, what is that? Disintegration and decomposition of the rocks in a fixed place. Disintegration and decomposition of rocks in situ in a fixed place is called as, it is called as disintegration and decomposition of the rocks in a fixed place is called as weathering. Disintegration and decomposition of the rocks in a fixed place is called as weathering. Okay, it is called as weathering. This weathering are of different types. I said weathering helps in erosion also. This weathering helps in erosion. Weathering helps in erosion. Weathering generally helps in erosion. Okay. Disintegration and decomposition of the rocks in situ in a fixed place is called as weathering. Weathering helps in erosion. Okay. So two things here, weathering and erosion, as I just have mentioned this, like I think we did discussed about physical, biological and chemical weathering. Do you remember that? Physical weathering, chemical weathering, biological weathering, याद है क्या? In the rock type, at that time I have given passing reference to you all. Did I discussed? कुछ याद है क्या? Do you remember? Weathering, types of weathering. Types of weathering. How many types of weathering you have? We have 3 types of weathering in general. Physical weathering, then we have chemical weathering, and third one is biological weathering. If the weathering is due to physical phenomena, pressure, temperature, etc. It is physical weathering. Weathering of the rock is due to physical phenomena. Again I am saying, if the weathering of the rock is due to physical phenomena, it is physical weathering. I have already discussed about the physical weathering during the, for example, high temperature in some region. High temperature leads to expansion of the rock, especially in desert region. In the night, temperature drops down, so contraction. Repeated expansion and contraction leads to crack development and subsequent weathering you have, splitting of the rocks you have. This is physical weathering. Chemical weathering, I have given example of your cavity in your teeth, cave formation in the limestone rich region. Okay, all these things here you have are called as chemical weathering. Oxidation, carbonation, rusting of iron is a chemical weathering. Biological weathering, I said, the weathering, disintegration, decomposition of the rocks by plant and animal, Earthworm, they decompose the soil of a particular region and they form, the pH value also changes. Earthworm is the best example here as an animal who transform the soil type, and weathering there, physical weathering, chemical and biological. This is biological weathering. Sorry. These weatherings helps in erosion. Okay. So, what are these erosion now? What do you mean by erosion? Erosion. What do you mean by erosion? Removal of the rock and its transportation by different agent like wind, running water, sea wave, etc. is erosion. Erosion is the removal of the rocks by different agents like running water, wind, sea wave, glacier, groundwater, etc. is called as weathering, erosion. So, it is an ex-situ process, that is ex-situ means transportation involves here. इस पे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इन्वॉल्व है, इसका मतलब द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इज इन्वॉल्व इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट. इट मीन्स यू हैव transportation involved in this. So it is an ex situ process, that is transportation involves here. Okay. So erosion takes place in a gradual sequential way, and erosion leads to development of different landforms, erosional landforms. If somewhere it is eroded, definitely the material get deposited somewhere away. So we have two types of landform. Please note down here. Different type of landform developed due to erosion. Different types of landform developed due to erosion as well as deposition. Due to erosion as well as deposition. Different types of landform developed due to erosion as well as deposition. So we will see that. landforms develop due to erosion of rocks and deposition of the transported materials. Landform develops due to erosion of rocks and deposition of transported materials. Okay. So let us look at this erosion, different agents of erosion you are having, running water, and they form different type of landforms also in different region. So up to what extent erosion is possible? Erosion कहाँ तक possible है? We will see that one also. Now imagine a case, or let us look at Aravalli in the western part of India. Once upon a time, its height was more than 7,000 meters, 7 kilometer height. Today it is around 1200 meters, 1000 meter. Because it is a Precambrian, it is a very old Precambrian mountain. Gradually erosion leads to decrease in its height and formation of low relief mountain today. On the contrary, Himalaya is young one, that's why as compared to the Aravalli, it is a younger one. Erosion is there, but still its height is more. Erosion leads to decrease in the height of different relief features, and they form also different type of landform. I said landform developed due to erosion of rocks and deposition of the transported materials. So erosional landform, depositional, two types. So anyway, can anyone define what is landform? What is a landform? How the landform develop? The feature developed, different relief feature develop over the earth surface due to action of erosion and deposition, exogenetic forces. In landform is a function of three things. See, if running water is in a particular region, so running water you have, पानी बहता है. So because of this, somewhere you have river channel, V-shaped valley, river will be there. River, the water will flow, it carve its own path, it develops its own path. This development of its own path leads to what? अपना एक रास्ता बनाएगा ना वो, based on the slope. This is a, it erodes and forms a valley. So river valley is a landform here. River valley is first one. River valley. Landform is a function of geological structure or rock structure, erosional process, the agents of erosion, like whether it is running water or wind or you have glacier. क्या है ये? What is that exactly? Based on that, geological structure is a function of geological structure, erosional process and stages. Stages mean time. Okay. Again I am saying, landform of a region depends on the geological structure, erosional process and stages or time. Three things. कोई भी जगह पर लैंडफॉर्म देखिए, अगर ये रॉक स्ट्रक्चर जो है ना अगर वीक है, if the rock structure is very weak, soft rock, it will get eroded very quickly, the landform will be different. If you have a hard rock, the landform will be different. Hard rock, the agent of erosion, if it is running water, the landform will be different. Same way have wind, landform will be different. Glacier, landform. So landform will differ with respect to different agents of erosion. क्या उसका एजेंट ऑफ इरोजन है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. डिफरेंट एजेंट्स ऑफ इरोजन एंड स्टेजेस मतलब टाइम. इन सेम रीजन विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू टाइम द landform also changes. My friends, you will be surprised to know Bengal plain, which is today Bengal plain, it was a huge trench like, very deep profile. While I will discuss the physical part of India, physical geography, we will see the Dawaki fault or the Malda fault. The part of the continental part, particularly the peninsular part got, it got fragmented and driven away. With respect to time, it has changed. I am saying this region is your Meghalaya plateau. Here we have your Rajmahal Hill. Rajmahal Hill. Now they got drifted away, in fact. Now they got drifted away. मालदा फॉल्ट कहते हैं. दिस एरिया गॉट fragmented and drifted away in this way. This area in this way it is going. And this leads to crack development here. So ये जो part है ये वहाँ से वहाँ चला गया with respect to time. And with respect to time what happens? This upland, such a huge upland area, now its height is less, this region. With respect to time, we have the Bengal plain was developed. We will discuss it later on. Now what I am saying is, with respect to time, everything will change. Once upon a time, it was the Bengal plain where you have, it was a very deep profile because of divergence. Because of divergence, यहाँ पे ये चला गया तो उसका जो profile है ना ऐसा था. This was like this. Now because of infilling of the materials here, you have like these regions we have lot of alluvial deposit you are having. Not Chota Nagpur plateau, it is in fact not the Chota Nagpur plateau, the Rajmahal Hill. This was Rajmahal Hill, and this is your Meghalaya plateau. Garo Khasi Jaintia Hill, this regions got divided. We will discuss it later on. These are something associated with endogenetic phenomena and the Himalayan evolution I will discuss at that time. But this type, this is the Bengal plain. Original, this is the Bengal plain. This is the plain of Bengal. West Bengal plain is like, now it is infilling is there in these regions. Sediment infill because of the river. Which river? This side you have river. Yes, Ganga and Brahmaputra river here. These regions you have. Bangladesh and West Bengal. I am talking about the entire regions of Bengal plain area. This entire Bengal plain regions developed because of accumulation or gradual sedimentation. Right? Gradual sedimentation. It is because of the gradual sedimentation. You remember this. It was because of gradual sedimentation. I hope you got it. So, all these things you are going to discuss subsequently. Let us look at now stages. समय के साथ साथ सब कुछ चेंज होते हैं. With respect to time, everything had changed. Okay. A very important point here about this is oh, very good question here, man. Somebody asked me, will Narmada Valley one day become like the Bengal plain? No, because of some other causes. We will see at that time while I'll discuss the India part. But very nice question you have asked. Where is a question on mud volcano formation? Well, we'll see. Okay, अभी ये देखो यहाँ पे. Let us see this. I am saying gradual erosion of a region leads to decrease in its height. The material got deposited somewhere. The deposited material subsequently form a plain. Here the height of the mountain will go down, and this side you have deposition of material takes place. एक जगह पे डिपोजिशन हो रहा है मेटेरियल, एक जगह पे इरोजन हो रहा है. My friends, it's a very, very important point here. You must remember this, that the agent of erosion, geological structure, erosional processes, land formation, agent of erosion, they gradually leveling down forces, exogenetic forces, they finally form, like different agents of erosion, they will level down and forms a new relief features maybe with respect to time. Now, landform of a region is a function of structure, process and stage, as I said. So, landform is a function of structure, process and stages. My friend, these three factors, this is first time this particular point was highlighted by William Morris Davis, an American geologist, gave the concept of cycle of erosion and landform development. American geomorphologist William Morris Davis gave the cycle of erosion and landform development. Mr. Davis talked about the formation, gradual sequential formation of the landform. And in fact, he talked first time about this structure, process and stages. So, this is also called as the trio of Davis. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Trio, T-R-I-O, trio of Davis. William Morris Davis. Three different prime factor he said about the landscape evolution. That's why it is called as trio of Davis also. Structure, process and stages, they determine the different type of landforms. Structure, process and stages determine the landform type, landform, how it develops, where it develops, why it is unique in that region, everything. This concept was given by Davis in his concept on cycle of erosion, okay. इन्होंने ही दिया था ये, this very very important trio of Davis कहते हैं. My friends, what is a cycle then? Cycle होता क्या है then? What is a cycle? In a cycle, we have the starting and ending point is same, is not it? If I will say a particular thing, here it is a cycle. in this cycle ये starting point and ending point सब कुछ समान है. Here the starting point and ending point is equal. Let us say landform developed, this height of landform is there. Okay, इतना हाइट का एक लैंडफॉर्म है, एक रिलीफ फीचर है, माउंटेन है. विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू टाइम इट गट इरोडेड. देखो आप सही से, दिस लैंडफॉर्म गट इरोडेड हियर. This landform got eroded gradually. Okay. ये जमीन जो है ना, दिस लैंडफॉर्म गॉट लेट अस से यहां तक हाइट था. विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू टाइम अब यहां पर तक है, अब यहां तक है, अब यहां तक है, उसके बाद पूरा हाइट ही नहीं रहा, समान हो गया ये. ठीक है. दिस लैंडफॉर्म इरोजन हो के समय के साथ साथ, लेट मी टेल यू द टाइम हियर इज लाइक लाइक दिस. यहां स्टार्ट हुआ, इरोड हो के, इट इज लाइक स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इज हियर. अपलिफ्टेड हुआ एक जमीन, एक जगह का कहीं पे भी जमीन ऊंचा ऊपर उठ गया, राइट. इट बिकॉज ऑफ अपवार्पिंग. ओके. और जैसे कि हिमालय बनी, हिमालय भी बन गई है, ये माउंटेन हिमालय है. हिमालय की इरोजन हो के फाइनली ये सी लेवल तक इरोजन हो जाएगा, अप टू सी लेवल. और देन ड्यू टू एनी कॉज इफ इट विल लिफ्ट, और एक हिमालय इतना अगर बन गया, दैट पूरे टाइम को बोलते हैं एक साइकिल कहा जाता है. दिस इज हियर स्टार्टिंग एंड एंडिंग पॉइंट इज इक्वल हियर. ये स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है और यही एंडिंग पॉइंट है टाइम के साथ साथ. लेट अस से दिस इज लाइक एक डिफरेंट टाइम को लेता हूं मैं. लेट अस टॉक अबाउट दिस इज 1 million years. This is up to here. This is 1 million. 2, 3. This is 5 million. This is let us say it is 100 million years. After 100 million years ये पूरे प्लेन हो गया. 1 million में ये था, आज 100 million में इतना हो गया. सो पूरे टाइम पीरियड 100 million में एक बार फिर अपलिफ्टमेंट होके इतना हाइट हो गया, तो इट इज कॉल्ड एज ए साइकिल. एक साइकिल कहा जाएगा. कोई भी एनीवेयर इन द अर्थ सरफेस, ऑन द अर्थ सरफेस, लेट अस से बंगाल प्लेन को हम लेते हैं. बंगाल प्लेन गॉट ड्यू टू एनी कॉज, एंडोजेनेटिक फोर्सेस और कुछ भी कॉज से फिर ऊंचा हो गया हिमालय जैसा. देन इट गॉट इरोडेड आफ्टर सम बिलियन ईयर्स, अगेन ए प्लेन अभी जितना है उतना प्लेन तक आ गया. दिस एंटायर टाइम पीरियड इज ए साइकिल. ये कॉन्सेप्ट है ऑन साइकिल ऑफ इरोजन. There are various interesting things are there. We will discuss about in detail about different types of landform, how it is associated, what are theirs. We need to look at in detail and we will see. So thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye bye. See you after the break. Thank you very much.